Fevean Keflom, born and raised here in Columbus, Ohio. I am an HR coordinator for Worthington Libraries and a program coordinator for Made for Medicine.
أنا بركت جبري عند برهان يبهل أبزي كولومبوس كابش حنش عتميتن سمانيان أربعة تحزنا نيرنا بزعدي أنا مسدرا بيتي مزيه مسبولكو أب هاي سكولياتي كوخا نيخوخ.
I'm Senae Negash. I am a respiratory therapist, graduated 2013 from OSU. I was born and raised in Saudi Arabia. My parents are from Eritrea, and I came to the US around 2003. Came to Columbus 2005.
My name is Abdulrahman. I was born in Eritrea. I was brought up in Eritrea till I was about college age. Finished high school in Asmara. And then I traveled through the Middle East and came to here to the United States in 1996. Made Columbus our home, or my home, since 1996. Attended Ohio State University Pharmacy School, graduated in 2006 with my Doctor of Pharmacy degree, and I've been working as a pharmacist since.
ناتي أتصبيق خزكرو حجي وحدات سدرابيتات يوم صنيحهم ناب كولومبوس نحنات يوم بحادد مصانا اب 84 في جنوار مالتي بزحات سدرابيتنا نيرنا بزحات نخاني اب حدا ابارتمنت بزي ويست سايدنا اتينا نيرنا او بزحات تراخبنا شعوغن بدحريو الطيفهم بوتاتات رخيبوبلنا قعزنا مالتي
كنا جراد كنا
1996, you know, let alone to even talk about the Eritrean diaspora at that point in time. Eritrea was still a fresh country. Being in Columbus, when we first moved here, 1996, there was very few Eritrean families. There was a sports federation, soccer federations. The community back then, like I said, was not like officially established with, you know, a lot of money and community centers and stuff like that. That came around 1999.
The Eritrean Muslim community of Columbus, I was one of the people who actually established it. It was mainly just a get together of like 5 or 6 people back then. The only Eritrean Muslims who actually lived here in 1999. We were close to maybe 6 people when we got together and said, you know what, why don't we just make this like a monthly meeting thing? And we decided, you know, let's just get together and celebrate Eid together. And we rented a place for $200. We got together there, and some of them were married, so the ladies decided to bring in, you know, some food and stuff. We are all from the same background. Most of us were born and raised in Asmara, and we wanted to just get together and, you know, once a month, talk about our own culture, talk about our own country, and, you know, at the same time, maintain our identity. And, you know, we're in the West, so the West, being young and you're in college, you know, there's a lot of things that could happen. It shifts your, you know, mentality towards being so much more Western than you are African or Muslim or whatever. So we decided to get together. So this was in 1999. I think officially in 2000 we came up with a one-page bylaw that says we should do this. This is how we contribute. I mean, mainly our objective is more social. We just, you know, we like to break fasting of the Ramadan together. So we do that maybe a couple times during the Ramadan. And we celebrate Eid together one day. And then we celebrate, maybe we have 2 Eids, so we celebrate the 2 Eids together.
So it's so funny. I have this, it might be funny to me, but I remember when we had Turunia school and we were practicing the national anthem. And y'all, I could not remember it for anything. Like, could not remember the lyrics, and I was so nervous. And I remember, I think it might have either been my friend Rawa, but somebody was like, if you say watermelon, like, they won't be able to tell that you're not saying the right thing. But it was such an exciting time, you know, going to like Malti Netzvanet when we were a kid, seeing people at weddings and just like hanging outside, like, you know, all these things that maybe you didn't think about them as community, but like now I carry that with me when I'm thinking about like how to have like the most authentic approach to things. I'm like, things were very simple for a certain reason, and that's why like we still hold those memories and cherish them. And so when I think about like building community now, I always think about like those old memories, like just simplicity. Yeah.
ነይሩ ኣብቲ ኢንተርናሽናል ፌስቲቫል ፓርቲሲፔት ንገብር ነርና ዋላ ናጽነት ከይመጽት ቆላ ኤርትራ ማለት እዩ ሕጂ እቲ ሓድነት ናይ ኤርትራውሲ ኣቐዲሙ እዩ ጸኒሑ ኣብዚ ምስ መጻናስ ሓጓፍ ኣይኮነን ስጥመት ነይሩ እቲ ኮሚኒቲ ካብ ውሕዳት ዝነበሩ ናብ ብብዝሒ ትርንዕ ድብል ክዝገብሩ ዝሓጎዙ ናትዮም ቀዳሞት ናይ ሓቂ እቲ ሕብረተሰብ ኣደሊሎም እዮም ሓደን እንዳለገቡ ሓሬ ኩላትና መጺና ብመርዓ ድዩ ብድኾነ ዓይነታት ድዩ ዝናይ በዓላት ናይ ሃገርና ጽነት ምስ መጸ ናይ ሓቂ ሰብ ተሓጒሱ ዓቢ እፎይታ ነይሩ ንህዝቢ ኤርትራ ቀደም እንዳተሰቀቀ ዝነብር ነበረ ብዛዕባ ስድራቤቱ ከመይ ኮነ ሁሉ ስድራቤተይ ከመይ ኮነ ሁሉ ተዓደይ ተድገደፍኮ ገለ ዝብል ነበረ ህዝቢ ኣብ እፎይታ በጽሑ ናጽነት
I've seen older ladies that come and say, tell me how to take this medicine, you know, like is it for sick me get it is it mtay hibam is it ti abichat aqayah ti mtay taqmanni
they're very they don't get to ask that kind of question when they go to CVS. So they've come to me with when I was at that pharmacy, we were local in Whitehall, so we were next to the Habesha stores, so a lot of people came there. And I've had older people that actually, you know, would rather just talk to me. They can't go to CVS, they don't get answers there, but they would come talk to me, and they trust me for the information that I give them.
We had something called AARC for respiratory conference that I attended, and I saw one of the Eritrean girls there, and I was very, very happy. She's going to graduate this coming May as a respiratory therapist. So, and I love it. And I always want them to be around me. I take my kids with me. I take them to work. They know what I do. I take them to ICU to see the patients. Just a little bit here and there to inspire.
2020, I completed a fellowship with the Ohio History Connection. At the time, I was a mentor with Krish, the refugee agency, and I was a mentor to a young Eritrean girl. And during the pandemic, so it exposed a lot of inequities, but also the lived experiences of refugees that are coming now. It's very different than when my parents came, right? So I would take her to all these places and try to, you know, give her exposure to what American life looked like. We would go to yoga and all these things. And one thing I noticed is when we would tap into like wellness events, it didn't translate or resonate with her well enough. Like I wanted her to get so much out of it and she just couldn't because of the language barrier. So for my project, what I did was this program called Art with Translation. And it was a way to translate art and healing, but also preserve our language. And so I did a yoga session, a paint class we had Tigrinya translators on site. And all of the students were handpicked. We worked with Jordanis, who was working at Columbus City Schools at the time, and got students from Columbus City Schools, had been recently resettled to Columbus. And so everything was in Tigrinya. We have Mahaber 614, which is a kind of intergenerational pop-up style type of initiative that I co-founded with other Eritreans and Ethiopians in Columbus to leverage community despite politics, despite ethnic groups, despite anything, you know, but just so we had a core community in Columbus to kind of navigate the city and its opportunities.
Other than that, you know, we hope to accomplish more. in the future as far as helping guide the youth, in their careers and stuff like that. We do that not as an organization, but individually. We both get involved in other people in our community.
So discover all opportunities. There is IT fields, there is legal, there are all kinds of other fields that you can get into. Look for people, that you can speak with, successful people that have done it, before you. But other than that, I think, they're in a much better position. The youth now are in a much better position than we were when we first came here. Like I said, we had to, start from scratch. But you have the platform all set for you, and make sure you take advantage of it.
تتصبقناتو نحنا ديكونا موتيفيشن نهب اتمن اسي موتيفيشن دهبنا دلو حج عبي تسفاينا نردلن اتمن اسي already عاتيقوا يناي بوتاتو نهاياتو اتدقوبرو دلو بحلاوي مرئيت ابناي بعالات هاقراوين بعالات كم بعال معالت ناتسنت معالتي 10 سنة إذا كله زقبرو دلو أبزي فيستيفالات كيدو تساتيفو زقبرو دلون أبيت مرتو عوت بزعبا إرتراوي زقبرو دلون عامتاو زرق دلو بنا إرترا بانديرا حيزو زقبرو دلون إذا خطر انقول لها أنا ديك إيسا إيدا حدر براود دخوانا يانج قديف اللو حجي already تي خستايتو محلالي فلو تمن إساي أجوخات راي أخبل دخل.
I always ask myself the question well, one, what are you waiting for? Two, if not you, who is going to tell that story? As you're growing up, I can't even stress how important it is to figure out what you're going to do for your community. But there can be an erasure of that if nobody is involved, right? At every level. And so I think everybody should really focus on what their contribution is going to be to preserving any aspect of community culture care.
كلاتنا لنا سخاتكم كتتصاوتوا كلكم نحنا خننጨብጭበልኩም ናትኩም cheer leadersنا ስለዚህ አጀኹም ጥራይና ንብል ንሕና ትገብርዎ ደለኹም ከይረአናዮ አይ ሓለፈን ትኹሉ ድግበር ደለኻ ህዝቢ አደንቆኩም እዩ ምናልባት ኣይትሰምዕዎ እንትኾኑ ኣብዚ ኣጋጣሚ እዚ ክነግረኩም we are so proud of you.